Hello and welcome everybody. We're waiting for the guest. I just sent him the link and he should be popping in anytime now. He's new to the community, so then he should be popping in anytime now. He's new to the. Let's go back up and scroll and see who are the first ones in here. We have Backlash, Mike Sampson, Jason Lamb, 351, John Patrick Jr., J Dog in the House, First Time Fishing Adventures. Let's see. Brian B. Lance. Uncle Lou, how you doing, bud? I am waiting for First Time Fishing Adventures to come in. Yes, he does catch catfish. He does bass. He does saltwater fishing. He's new to the community, so I figured I'd help him out and get him on here and get him known and shared out. He does live in South Carolina. I'm waiting to see if he gets in here through the link or whatever. So, Mr. J Dog, when do I get you and Tara back up here again? Lance, I'm going to try out those. Where you going, Backlash? Not even for me, huh? Hey, there's my BFF, Tara. Tara, J Dog, you said you won't come up here on live with me. Well, I don't know what happened to Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hello, Big Matt. I'm proud and I'm amazed at what Tara did today. She caught that 70-pound blue. She even held it up. Oh, we got Backlash coming up in here. Yes.
Good afternoon. How's it going?
Good.
That's good. That's good.
First Time Adventures is having problems.
Yeah, I just saw you retracted a message.
Hey, Fishing and Freedom, Sunfish Assassin.
Hello, everybody.
So while we're waiting on him, give us a little bit of background on you.
On me?
Yeah.
Oh,
You jumped in the hot seat.
I see. 1 second. Oh, not too much about me. I just like to bass fish and do some saltwater fishing. Gonna try to start doing more catfishing. Me first time, and a guy named Paul Man Basson and HK2 Productions were all out Memorial Day this year. I couldn't stop bash. I think I backlashed 7 or 8 times, and they kept edging me on to start a channel, so I made Backlash Fisherman.
So, have you what's your personal best?
Personal best.
Yeah, fish of your fish. Of your
My
catfish, your trout, your bluegills, your crappie.
Whew. Catfish has been just over 30-pound channel cat I caught in a pond. Bass. I really started keeping up with bass about 5 years ago, and my new PB would probably be 9 pounds 15 ounces. Just about hit double digits, even though I caught one when I was a teenager. I don't have pictures of it or anything from when I was a teenager, so.
Oh, now we got the runner showing up.
Uh-oh. Best fish I've ever caught is a white marlin.
Well, hello, Mr. First Time Fishing.
There
Hey,
he
Mr.
is.
Abbott. Hey, Backlash.
Hey, buddy.
How
Now
y'all
he goes
guys
on a
doing?
back burner. We got the guest of honor in here.
Woohoo! I feel special.
So how you been doing today?
Oh man, had 2 church services. I just left.
That's
Guest
good.
of honor.
Oh, the boss is in town.
Oh yeah.
So give us a little history on what got you into fishing and stuff like that.
Oh man, Mr. Abbott, since you said so, I've been doing it since I was at the age of 7. We had to do it for food, so we didn't do it just to be playing. My mom told me we was here to catch our dinner. That's how we grew up. So whatever we caught, we kept it. I would take it home. We would take it home. I would clean it right out there with her, and it was supper. But as I got to the point I got to be a teenager, I really enjoyed it more. So I started doing more fishing, like catfish. I used to catch 15, 20-pound catfish out of Roanoke River like it was nothing. And after that, got married. Appetite for it grew. So I met a guy a couple of years ago that I used to work with. He was into fishing pretty good, and the reason why I started my YouTube channel was because of HK2 Productions, aka Bobby Holloway Jr. And then the rest is history. Here I am now.
Well, I do understand and know what you're talking about, but when you first started out fishing as a kid, you had to bring home dinner when you went fishing. And I still do that today. But now I do more of what they call selective harvesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't keep the babies and I don't keep the giants unless I know they swallowed the hook and they're not going to make it.
That's right.
But
So the only thing,
I'll keep some of the ones in between 10 to 20 to 25 pounds, and that's about it.
okay.
Because I also help feed other people. So, what kind of rods and reels do you like to use?
We kept the ones that we thought that would be, it wouldn't hurt nothing to bring home. The real big ones we would throw back, no matter if it was catfish, bowfin, but mostly your brim and purchase because there's so many of those. We brought those home, but every once in a while we would catch a bass, and we was well respectable of the law because I came up knowing the law of fishing. So we know that if you catch a game fish, don't sneak it and try to hide it, because 9 times out of 10, the game warden will be watching you, and he will sneak up on you and find you. So we made sure that we put those back.
The game warden like said off in the distance with binoculars and spotting scopes and watching you, but
Oh yeah.
he don't play games.
No, they don't. Not when you're trying to sneak and do it.
They don't care what you try to say, but they got you pegged.
Yeah.
So, what kind of tackle do you like to use?
Oh man, I use anything from natural bait to artificial bait and everything in between. Whatever it takes to get what you after, that's what you go with. So it really don't even matter.
Hello, Maurice. Hello, Rogal's Fishing. J Dog, you better watch him because he's got a video out right now. His first cast, he has a spinning reel and he does a knot in a line right off the spool. Hello, Mark. Welcome, Catfish and Crappie. If you have any questions for first time fishing, let us know and we'll get him asked. Let's get first time fishing and backlash up numbers up. If we don't have them, go over there and hook set them and let's help them to get growing. So, what kind of rods do you use for crappie fishing?
Oh, I have special kind that I use for crappie fishing. I have learned that even the crappie in the right place gets a little bigger than normal. So what I did, I bought two sets of rods for crappie. I bought the light and I bought the medium light. And pretty much here in Greenville, I know what size that I could use to catch either or. Now it's a place that I go at. It is behind what's the name of that park? Backlash?
River Park
Uh-uh.
or
Behind the
more,
church.
um, Meadowbrook.
Meadowbrook. When I go behind Meadowbrook, I know to take my medium heavy because you allowed to have a bass to hit that bait. That's a pretty big bass, more so than using the lightweight back there.
I caught 3.5 pound crappie back there and 8 pound, 9.5 ounce bass back there so
Hmm.
far.
And my biggest bass from back there is about 8 pounds. That's the one that you see me holding up on that orange picture that you see on my YouTube page. Back there using a crappie. Was it a crappie lure?
So, what is your biggest crappie out of there?
My biggest crappie is 2 pounds 11 ounces, I do believe.
Wow.
Oh, and
And
they
what
get
kind of
huge.
line do you have on that rod?
I use everything braid.
No, what pound test?
Uh, 30 pound test braid.
For crappie?
Yeah, I use braid on everything, man. I got tired of losing. Cause just like you say, you like to hook a big bass, you got to be ready. So I make sure I be ready for anything that hits it.
First time, can you turn up your volume? Because people in chat's having a hard time hearing you.
Okay, let me get my earpiece.
And I would like to say to Tara, the BFF, she's a queen of the blue cats.
Yes, she is.
She made the queen for blue cats with that 70-pound cat she caught today. Hello, Tina Ladybug and Fishing and Freedom.
Um, that pond he was just talking about, my biggest bowfin there so far has been right at 22.5 pounds.
Hello, Warrior Hearts Fishing. How are you doing?
He is almost 4 foot long.
Warrior Heart.
Warrior Hearts Fishing. Hello, sir. We finally got him up over 50. If y'all don't have him, by all means, somebody drop his link if you can.
Okay, Backlash.
Okay, let's see what we got. Is that
Sorry.
better?
Yes.
Okay.
Try it again first time.
Is that better?
Can everybody in chat hear him now? Can you guys all hear first time fishing?
Can you hear me pretty good, Matt?
Yeah, I hear you.
Matt can. I'm
Okay.
trying to see if people in chat can.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you use 30-pound test line braid on every rod.
Well, 30 is mostly for crappie, perch, stuff like that. But I use 40 on up for everything else. And for catfish, bowfin, and I use anywhere from 65, 85 to 120.
I use it anything from 2-pound to 6-pound test for crappie.
Oh my goodness, man! Not here you won't.
Oh yeah, well I love to fight.
Yeah. Now we have the Tar River here in Greenville, North Carolina. I go shad fishing a lot too. Cause what I do, I take the shad and I'll cut them up and I'll freeze them and I'll store them for taking them out in my boat when it start getting warm for striped bass, catfish.
Now, you were mentioning bowfin. How big do they get down there in North Carolina?
Ooh, well, it's been recorded that in the Roanoke River, the catfish and the bowfin big enough to swallow a person.
I've caught both in the low 20s and 4 to 5 foot long.
And what about your catfish?
I think our state record blue cat right now is 115 or 120. My record
No, I'm
is
asking, first time has he does he have a PB for catfish?
Me, I think my biggest is my biggest catfish. I think is around about 50 pounds from the Roanoke River.
J
That
Dog's
was a
asking
swamp cat.
backlash. Do you need some tissue?
No, I'm good.
So catfish and crappies is 21-pound 8-ounce bowfin is a world record.
Wow.
But what is your best? I should say your funniest fishing story that you can think of.
award.
Oh,
I'm talking the first time, not you, backlash.
okay. The funniest time when me and HK2 Productions went fishing to Campbell Creek in Aurora, North Carolina, and I was using the poppycock system, and I didn't know he was standing behind me. So when I went to make the hook set on the red drum, he hollered at me and told me, "Hey, you like to took my head off." I like to actually crack them in the head behind me because I snatched the rod so hard. I actually like to hit them in the head with it.
Well, people, that's what I tell everybody. Don't stand behind someone with a rod in their hand.
There you go, because you don't know what's going to happen.
Either they're casting or they're going to set a hook with a J hook and you're going to get cracked between your eyes with that rod.
And I was doing the hook set.
And you use J hooks or circle hooks?
At that time, I was using a jig head with a what do you call those shrimp? Those shrimp that be in a jar from Walmart.
Yeah,
Gulps,
the
gulp shrimp.
gulp shrimp.
And I had that great big popping cork on the rod.
Wait a minute, it came in. Sunfish Assassin, Ryan Williams, welcome. We have 3B fishing in here. Whoops. So, what baits do you prefer to use? Fresh bait, store bought baits, what?
You talk about to do what kind of fishing, Mister Abbott?
Uh, Crappie fishing, cat fishing, whatever
I would
fishing you prefer.
I would rather use natural bait as far as crappie fishing, minnows. But if you can't get your hand on those minnows at that time, I use grubs. curly tail grubs.
Okay.
Hmm.
And do you have a preferable color presentation that you like to use them with for the fish that you go after?
Okay, now this right here is where it get kind of it don't get kind of tricky, but it comes from knowledge. What I do, I get pretty much every color I can get my hands on, and if I know that they're biting in that season, I'll keep switching up colors until I find out the color that I get that first hit on. Then I'll go with that color. And then what I'll try to do is try to make sure I use that color in that season to make sure I do a hit.
So you do this systematically.
Yes, sir. This ain't my
You
first time in the park.
you
You
find the one
learn
they're
as you go.
hitting on. You go through them until you find the one they're hitting on, and you just keep
They
using it
You
until
just
you
keep
run
going
out.
with it. Yes, sir. That's why I have if my arsenal even for bass, I have all different kind of lures. So I don't limit myself and I try to find out what they want.
Now, would you use it? Would you say you use that same concept for catfishing?
No. Catfish, he'll pretty much if he hungry, he swim by and he smell it, he's gonna hit it pretty much if he's hungry or not. Cause they love to consume.
Hello, Wildman 307. If you're new in here, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and the thumbs up. It'd be greatly appreciated. So, what baits would you use for catfishing? Live, cut, store bought?
You know something? First thing I would do, I would use worms. See, I'm old school. I would use worms because it's a natural bait, and most of your fish will bite natural bait before they pretty much bite anything else.
Yeah,
And yeah, I would go with that. And if that didn't work, I would do, I would use a little small hook and catch brim and perch. And if they're small enough, I would just throw the whole thing out there with a big oversized hook, and it won't take long for them to bite it.
yeah. That's what I basically do. I use anything
Uh
that's in the waters, like your shad, your skipjack, your bluegills, your
huh.
Asian carp, your big head carp, your suckers, your red horse, your
Mm-hmm.
popple, and your carp.
Yep. And
That's
see,
what I
it
use
ain't it
for my
it
baits.
don't it don't take much to get a catfish. You just
I
have to be patient with him and let him just take it.
right. I target the big boys.
I can
It
tell.
was a little dinks for people like other people that like catching them. I like going after the giants because I
Yeah,
like
I
how they
love a
take
fight.
that tug in that rod and they make that spool just whistle or scream.
Oh yeah,
Hello, Sandy.
yeah. But you
Now,
know something, Mr. Abbott, the biggest thing I have caught this year, and our fish in salt water was a stingray.
now that's a nasty little boy.
Yeah,
You got to watch out for that tail because that tail will hurt you and kill you
it sure will. I
with
think
a stinger on it.
he was about 60. I want to say he was about 60 pounds. So that was a fight, and I was on medium heavy.
I know you're just kidding, J Dog. So, what would be you being in South Carolina with all those great fisheries for catfish?
Oh no, no, I'm in North
I
Carolina.
mean, North Carolina. I know
Yes,
you're in
sir.
North Carolina. I keep getting those two states mixed up.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I apologize about that. But you being
No,
in
it's
North
no problem.
Carolina with all those great fisheries, which one would you like to fish the most?
You know something? I would have to say bass fishing because I have been fishing all my life for bass. But when it came to the point I started this channel, man, this YouTube channel, it kind of gave me my interest more of going after game fish.
Now,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, I would go after catfish, bowfin, gar, because that right there is what's going to come during the summer. So I'm going to expand and not just do bass.
Right. But are
Yeah,
you allowed to use bass for catfish bait?
bass, I wouldn't
No,
because he's a game fish.
right. Because I know in either North Carolina or South Carolina, you're allowed to use bass for bait.
You know something? I don't know. I know we don't use them in North Carolina. At least I don't.
Oh, then it has to be South Carolina, I believe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I know
So,
in North Carolina. I don't know. I haven't heard it.
what type of rod and reels do you like to use for catfishing?
Oh, I got some big boys. I got two old school. No, I got three old school pins. I have an 8/0. I have two 6/0. I have some of the biggest open faces that you can actually use that will fight pretty good. So it's no limit to me. I have pretty much from the surf rods, which you have to run and cast over your shoulder, to the smallest rods, which is the 125. So anything I'm talking in that day, I know exactly what to grab.
Okay, now here's a question: Have has backlash rubbed off on you to where you get backlash and bird nest like he does?
Well, Mr. Abbott, you gotta give me a minute to think about that one, okay? So
I couldn't help it.
I knew that was coming. I knew he was coming.
I wasn't
But
going to bring it up until he came up on panel, but
oh Lord. Well, you know something? No, I can't say I have yet. And I think we went fishing yesterday, and I really don't think he had a backlash all day.
that's what he told me. But I had to
Yeah,
get
so
confirmation on that one.
I think he's rubbing off on me, or I'm rubbing off on him. One of the need of the cases,
I
because
think
he didn't have a
you and
backlash.
his wife are rubbing off on him.
Yeah, and I've been recording around him the whole day, and I couldn't get a backlash on him. So
I had my tension brake set extra high yesterday.
That's what I keep telling you to do: to adjust your tension brake.
now the wind was blowing 30, right at what 25, 30 miles an hour, I guess at times, and
Yeah, something like that.
he yeah he still didn't get nail one.
I've
So
casted with the wind.
That's probably why you didn't get one because you casted with the wind.
yeah, 'cause I was looking for him to cast against the wind, but I didn't see him do it. So he did great
Backlash and wife's
yesterday.
YouTube channel is what? Coastal Waters, or
Yes, sir.
and can we get her link shared out because she's just starting her channel as well?
Yep. She's already in the bed for the night.
So
Big Mac got Warrior Heart backlash and first time shared right then. I
Big
know
Mac
he's got
is
coastal
good with
water
that.
too.
Who has two devices on?
I do. I just turned the volume down on it.
Okay. So if you could fish for catfish year round, would you?
I sure would. Since it's just like I said, ever since I've been small, it has grown up with me. So I by nature I love to fish. Let me give you a little history on that if you don't mind, Mr. Abbott.
Go for it.
Uh, ever since I can remember, I was 11, 12 years old. My eight aunts and my one uncle used to get us to go in the woods to dig worms for them. And what they would do, they tell us they was gonna take us fishing with them. And we used to get some of the biggest worms. You were scared of them. They were so big. And when we get up there with them with the worms, they would give us like 25, 50 cents and tell us to go to the store and get some sodas and cookies, and we'll go next time. And ever since I can remember, they used to always go fishing. But it's a history to this. It gets deeper. My mama, my daddy on both sides. Well, my mama and my daddy, they were fish. They love to fish. So on both sides of their family, love to fish. My grandmama, my granddaddy, all them guys used to fish. My great mama, great grandmama, and great granddaddy used to fish. So as it passed down 5 generations to me, to our generation, to my family, we kept it up. And also, if you look at some of the videos that I produced, my son fishes and he enjoys it. So it's like an ongoing thing. It's in our blood, I guess. All my cousins, nieces, nephews, all of them fish and love to fish.
So have you had that big cat takedown yet?
The what now?
A big catfish takedown, where it just takes that
Uh,
rod tip and just bends it over without ringing that bell and just keeps going and going. Then all of a sudden you hear the drag start peeling off.
yes, I have. But
Now, isn't that a
I
real
think.
exciting blood pumping adventure?
Oh man, what you talking about? That's it's see it's the how can you say it? And see, I love the sport of fishing. I always have. Even when
Right.
I used to steal away from the house, I used to steal away from the house and get beat for it because, just like I said, it's something I really enjoyed. It's nothing in the world like hooking into something big. When you see something big, don't just play with that rod.
Or just
He grabbed that rod and that
bends
rod
it.
go down like that. You know you got something good.
Yeah.
And
Even though you have a
man,
bell on it, it don't ring. It just keeps going
he
down,
just
down.
keep going. Now, I was in Nags Head, North Carolina, and I hooked a striped bass that weighed over 50 pounds using crab. I was using cut crab, and he didn't tinker with it. If I weren't holding the rod, he probably would have snatched that rod in the water. So I have hooked some very big fish, not just catfish. I have really hooked into some huge fish.
Oh, you, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I have really
'Cause
hooked
you're in a
into some.
state where you got some monster cats, monster flatheads, some big channel cats, crappie, bass,
Striped bass,
stripers too.
both in last week. Paul Man Bassett hooked a bowfin that was rated at over 4 feet long. Now, a gar, a freshwater gar.
Now those are animals that are just nasty.
Yes,
They're
yes, they
good
are.
eating, but you can't grab them by that long nose or short nose tip without them shredding your hand. Because
That I
the armor plating skills can cut you too if you grab them wrong.
that it sure can. And I actually, Mr. Abbott, I actually cleaned one and cooked it. When I was about 17, 18 years old, I actually got one out of the army shell, and the meat just as pretty as you ever want to see.
Yeah, it's white, it's flaky, it's fresh,
Yeah, it's really good.
and it don't need anything dead. It catches it itself and kills it and eats it.
Yeah. I must admit it's really good, and I haven't done that no more, but I have did it.
That's a good fish to eat. But what I'd like to get across to people that do fish and they catch them, don't throw them on the bank. Put them back in the waters because the waters that
Yeah,
you may get them out of may have big head carp and Asian carp. They will
yeah,
eat those fish.
yeah.
Gars will go after those fish that they can eat. Even the bigger jack gars will eat the bigger ones.
Now you said Asian carp.
Gar will
We
eat
eat
Asian carp.
okay.
They
Now
will eat
we
the
have
bigger carp as
it.
well.
Okay. Now in our lakes, some of our lakes and ponds, we have koi fish in them.
So what? I didn't catch that.
We have koi fish.
Right. Gar
Yeah.
will eat the
And
koi fish as well.
now, okay, now that's a good call. Koi fish will take over a pond or a lake.
Right. If there's
Yeah.
gar that was put in there for the reason of taking an invasive species out, they will do that.
Yeah. They sure will.
Because I know gar, I know walleyes, muskies, uh, northern pike. They're all a predator fish,
Okay.
and they will help keep some of the non-predator fish out of the water. But yes, they will also eat some of the stockfish that's in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
They have a wide variety of food that they'll eat, but they do have a main diet that they do like eating.
Okay.
Hey,
So
Squirrel,
let me ask you,
how you doing? So,
what you said
what would
now?
be your funniest? How long have you and Backlash been fishing together?
I think we met up. Was it this summer? The beginning of this summer, or was it last year? Backlash.
I think it was beginning of this past summer out at
Yeah,
Meadowbrook.
that's the first time we met.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
I happened to walk up on your fishing hole.
oh, I'm surprised he let you in his fishing hole. Right, first time. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. He. Uh, uh well, how can you say this? First of all, I'm trying to find out who he was, because
Yeah, like
you
who are you?
know,
Why are you walking up on my spot?
there you go. Because that place, it ain't a whole lot of people that go back there. So whenever you see somebody, it's like, whoa, what you doing back here? you know,
Yeah, it's about a half a mile hike back in the woods to get to that pond.
it sure is. So I'm like, who is this? What you doing back here? You know. But when I looked down and looked at his hand, I saw a fishing pole. I was like, okay, cool, okay.
He's
Uh,
kind of cool.
oh Lord,
You get to know him.
yeah.
Yeah.
But ever since we've been hanging out, man, we've been cool. I mean, hanging out, fishing. We even hang out and do other things except for fishing. So he's pretty cool, man. He's a pretty cool
Hello,
guy.
Mike Irving. So, for your when you first seen him cast and he bird nested a wind out of the reel, what was your thought?
Oh boy, here you go. I was like, I know he know how to fish, but I was saying to myself, can he use a pole? That's what I was saying to myself. I said, now I know he can fish, but can he use a pole? That's the first thing I said to myself. Now I was just looking at him, grinning, but the whole time I was thinking in my head, this guy really don't know how to use a pole, do it? And see, Mr. Abbott, where we fish at that place he's talking about, it's all wooded. So if you're not careful and you using a 7 foot pole back there anywhere, either you're gonna grab on something when you go back with your swing, or either you're gonna hit something going out with your swing, because it's the vegetation is so growed up because don't too many people go there.
So, in that time, that first day, how many times did he backlash?
Oh Lord. Now that's now, Mr. Abbott, you digging up some roots here now, buddy. Let me see.
I
I
know. I'm
think
just
I
kidding.
seen them.
I gotta find out more about this gentleman that called backlash.
I understand. Now, let me see. I think in an hour period of time, I think he might have did it 5 or 6 times, but he got those out pretty good.
So backlash. What's your first memories of first time?
Hmm. When I first walked up on him, it was him and HK2 Productions, and let's see, I was like, okay, who's in the spot and why are they here?
See,
But
Mr. Abbott, it's a spot that don't too many people fish.
Right.
yeah, because there's like 8,000 copperheads between the parking lot and the fishing hole.
It's so many big snakes now. You talking about huge snakes? It's huge snakes back there. So a
Okay.
whole
Now
lot of people know not to go back there.
you got me curious. Who is this H2K Productions that you guys are talking
Oh,
about?
that's the guy who actually got me to start this YouTube channel.
He
So
is somewhat quit fishing right now to work 2 jobs, so
Yeah.
He's hit 1,000 subscribers or supporters, and he's got his watch hours. I don't know if he's gotten fully monetized yet, but he's working 2 jobs right now. So
He actually just got off his job and called me maybe about 10 minutes ago before I came live. And he wanted me to go with him to the church because he keeps his laptop and everything there. And he upload his YouTube videos there because he don't have internet where he's at yet. So I told him I had to go on the live with you, and I told him to go and check your channel out and go ahead on and follow you, Hooks at You. So if he wanted to see the live, he could.
hey, Suey.
Right. And since you guys been together, how much have you been able to teach each other on fishing?
Oh man, you know iron sharpen iron, so we're gonna definitely learn some things from each other. Now, Matthew has took me under his wing. He showed me how to use YouTube to go live. All sorts of stuff, man. How to fish in conditions where it don't look like nobody else is catching nothing. He can look at the water because Backlash has a history of knowing water. And I listen. I watch. So what now?
Go ahead.
I watch and I learn from people, especially if their technique is working. So nobody else was catching no Spanish mackerel at that time. So he walked to the end of the pier where I was at because I was down there using shrimp.
Oh, yesterday for the trout.
Yeah, for the trout. And when I see him walk and leave and come back, I was looking to see what he had, Joshua. I was looking to see what he had on his bait that he had tied on, right? And the first cast he did, he got one. So you know what I did? I went right in my box. I didn't say a word to him. I got the same thing that he got, and I put on one. And the second cast that I made, I got one. So me and him now going back and forth every cast, if not every other cast, we getting one. And everybody else is looking at us. By that time, we draw a big crowd, not only around us, but they got a way that you can walk out on top of us and see what we're doing. That place still had that many people watching us while we were hooking them left and right.
And
That's why I ended up going live yesterday.
And how many
it was
times
so good we had to go live.
Backlash?
So what now?
How many times that day did he backlash?
Not one. Maybe it came up a little bit, but in 5 minutes he had it under control. He was back fishing again. So
I had a few professional overruns yesterday. I didn't have any major backlashes or bird's nests.
Well, those professional overruns are considered the backlash.
Well, just like I said, if you can get it out in 5 minutes or less, that's pretty darn good.
Most of them I got out in a minute or less yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple rounds of the reel.
Hey, Danny Stone, how you doing, bud? Welcome.
But you know something, Mr. Abbott, trying to fish in 25 and 30 miles per hour wind, because it was whipping yesterday, man. I think he did great.
Well, I walked down to the end of the pier yesterday. I told you, I said, look at this slick spot. There's fish there.
That's why I learned if you're going to fish in windy weather, you fish with the wind to your back. You don't cast into the wind.
Well, you know something, either way we turned for a minute, it just seemed like the wind kept changing course. It wouldn't stay one way.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it blows sideways, so you really didn't know how to cast it. Just like I said, he did good yesterday. Now, I could consider that a serious backlash.
Thank you, Ryan Williams. He just giving me thanks for the homemade chili video I put up.
Yeah, that was a great video, man. I know it was good.
Oh yeah, the way I did the tomatoes and the sauce and made this the sauce through the veggies, it took the tart, bitter tomato taste out of it.
I commented on that video. I saw it.
Along with a half cup of wine, I put in there.
Yeah, I saw it. I commented on it. I knew it was good. I could tell by the consistency of it that it was pretty good.
Oh, it came out really good at the end.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I ate 3 bowls and I still want to go back and eat another 3 bowls.
I know that's right. That's all like my gumbo that I made.
J Dog said,
You
Abbott,
made chili?
I bet you can't guess what I had for dinner.
Chili? But I'm slowly getting the ingredients and
Don't worry about it.
getting to make
Josh aggravating you.
You know it, Joshua aggravate me, man. You know it. Can't see nothing.
Oh, if
who's that?
My son, he flashed the light in my face. It's powerful LED light that I have for bass fishing at night.
Yeah.
He just went across my eyes with it, and right now I don't think I see his 2 white dots.
Hello, Jay's catfishing. So, if you had a chance for catfishing, daytime, mornings, or evenings, or overnight, which would you choose?
Either one. Now, when I fish, I have no limit on day or night. It don't matter. I'll fish.
I've caught my biggest catfish at 1:03 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon.
Yes, I do know that catfish and crappie. Bacon is the bomb.
Okay.
I bet you did, Tara. I'd like to get you up on live one day and do an interview with that.
We need to get Paul Basson up here one night.
Who?
Paul Basson. He's another one that me and First Time Fishing Adventures fish with right much.
Okay. Hello, Deadpool. So, as you guys decide how do you guys decide where you want to go fishing? As a team.
Oh, we done got each other. We got each other phone number. We just about pretty much know where each other live. So it won't be hard for us to get up with each other and just say, look, we're going to do it at this time. And we'll meet up and we'll go for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some nights like the other night, I sent him a couple of pinpoints for down at the beach for where we were going to fish at.
Tara, if you don't have my number to message me, your husband has it. So contact me and I'll get you set up with a date. I will be covering that here in a little bit. Hi, Dragon Fire. How you doing? Long time no see. As you all know, I will be having a channel cat tournament coming in April, and it will be looking like it's what might be a 2-day event, depending on how many more people I get in on it. The channel cats have to be over 2 pounds. There's no pay lakes, no fisheries that you can fish in, no private ponds. It has to be public waters, rivers, or lakes to be fishing in it. And you have to have signal. You have to have signal at all times, and all fish have to be caught on live. So if I get enough people to do 2-day events, I will. If I get more, I will do a randomizer to pick the people for 2 days. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be for bragging rights. There won't be no prizes or anything like that. But it's going to be for fun. And if you have stickers that want to be given out during the live, let me know. I will put stickers out in the live for the people in chat.
I'd say Moortop Park or that Shallow Bend First Time.
She went in for tests last Tuesday, so we won't know anything about it until next Tuesday.
You
know,
said
some,
that's in April.
Yeah,
Have it.
April. I don't have the date yet.
All right. We'll have plenty of hickory shad by then, first time,
sure will.
because they start running in February.
Yep.
So we have all February and March here to catch all the hickory shad we need for that. And that's when the big catfish run up the river too. The blues, the flatheads, and the channel.
It's only channel cats only. No blues and no flatheads. And no bullheads. It's only
On,
channel cat
on,
tournament.
only channel cats.
Yep. It's only one
That's okay.
catfish.
That's actually good for us because we predominantly have channel cats more than blues or flatheads here.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna have to go to Eden's.
I know a few other people, a couple other people, if they get in on it, they're gonna be hard to beat on channel cats.
Well, backlash, we're gonna have to go to Eden to North Carolina.
You're more apt to catch a blue than a channel there.
Jerry Dog's asking backlash. How do they run up the river bird nest? They don't have feet. Hey, Pancho and Jody.
Jody's in here. I confused her earlier today.
Lance McCoy guys in the channel cat state. Uncle Lou, he loves tearing up channel cats. You got catfish and crappie that'll put a mess of channel cats on them. You got Lyle from Catfish Weeklies. He'll tear them up on catfish. We got and Tara that tear up the channel cats.
I hope by April I can have me an Uncle Lou's rod.
Hey, can I get someone to post Uncle Lou's tackle page on Facebook in here, please? We got quite a few people in here that can put a hurting on some big channels.
Yeah.
But the fun part is seeing what kind of smack talk's going to go through the live.
My luck, I'd go out for channel cat fishing. All I'd catch is blue cats all night long.
I don't know. I haven't made my mind up if there's going to be teams or solos. And if it's solos, I'd love to see the smack talk going between you two.
Oh Lord!
Now let me tell you a thing about backlash. He might be a man of backlashing, but he got skills. He can fish.
I've seen some of his videos.
Yeah, he
Jay
can
Dog
definitely.
said I can't even catch a cold.
Yeah, I'm a vouch for that. He can definitely fish. I'm telling you now.
How many fish have I caught over your head lately?
Oh Lord,
Over your head?
That's just one group. Now he can fish. He got skills, but you got to look at it this way.
Catch a fish over someone's head.
Sitting in the back of the boat, casting over his shoulder.
That's not the only one. The first time is when I was standing at the pond and he was standing behind me and did it.
What did he do?
Cast over my shoulder and caught a 3-pound bass. Wait, 3 pounds and how big was he?
It's like 3 pounds, 6 ounces, something like
3
that.
pounds, 6 ounces.
I love fishing to that. So, does he normally do that? Walk up behind you and cast right over your shoulder?
Well, at that Pacific time, the pier was only big enough for one person to stand on.
Okay.
So what he had to actually do was actually cast over my shoulder, over the pier, because the pier is not that long. And he actually got a fish, got a bass.
He's got that on First Time Fishing Ventures has that on video on his channel.
Yo, it's on one of my channels. Oh,
what was your thought on that one when he did that?
Well, somebody got to get him.
That's the only fish we caught that day.
Yeah, that was the only one. So I said, somebody got to get him. I cheered him on.
I'd have been looking at him like, really?
No, that's cool. I'm getting used to this because usually he's somewhere close to me. If he's not throwing over my shoulder, he's throwing over my line. So I'm quite used to it. And he catches the fish.
I know. So why are you letting him cross your line?
Man, you don't know until he. The only thing you hear is go with that reel, that DC rod. That's all you hear. Yep. So at that point, it's too late.
I hear Big Mac changed his profile picture today.
Hello, Buck Williams. Yeah, fishing chick. That was epic on live TV at CatCon. You ran up on stage and ran off with epic flathead catfish prop. Said I'm gonna steal it, and you did it right on live TV, live chat. That was awesome.
Thank you all, man. I'm just going back looking at the comments. I appreciate that.
I missed what he said. I already read it out to you.
Yeah, he said cool to hear about the tradition. Yeah, it was passed down to me,
Well,
so I couldn't deny it.
traditions are a lot. Means a lot in catfishing in the catfishing community.
It does. It
So
does.
between
382
bass,
first time.
between bass
Huh?
fishing, crappie fishing, and catfishing, what would you prefer?
For me,
Yes.
well, since I've been not only introduced to the game of bass fishing, I have been refined in bass fishing. So I would say bass fishing would be number one on my list. I will go at him and prepare for him before I would prepare for anything else.
Now, have you ever caught a catfish off a lure?
Off lure, yes.
Huh.
And how was that compared to catching them off live bait?
Well, I'll put to you like this, Mr. Abbott. You can tell when you catch something other than bass on a artificial bait because the resistance is not the same. It's different. It's a different fight. See, when you catch a catfish on live bait or either artificial bait, it's more like a dead weight than an active fight, like a crappie or a bass. Crappie and a bass, they give you their head shake. Catfish, I read he's a lazy fighter, so he's not gonna give you much of a fight. It's just like you just got dead weight up there, like seaweed or something like that. It's not the same kind of fight.
Danny
Yeah.
Stone, I have already announced that Tara is the queen of the Blue Cats.
I think Danny had one. He put on a 75-pound scale today, and it broke the scale.
Well,
on him.
Danny Stone has to beat Epic's big cats. Epic's been catching 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100-pound cats.
Ooh,
He had one today. He said that when he put on a 75-pound scale, the scale went to 75, blinked air, and then broke the chain on the scale.
wow.
I've seen yours.
That was a huge cat.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
know there's
the
been huge cats out there.
Hey, Miss Suey, I see you. I had to go back. I'm sorry.
Uh,
You're at 382 right now, first time.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough because I'm this year I'm breaking out my shell. I won't be just doing bass fishing. I'll be cat fishing, bow fishing. Uh, Even if I have to go at skate, red drum, whatever. Last year I didn't take my boat out because I was caught up in a lot of bass fishing. So my my 18-foot boat just sit in the yard the whole year, and I didn't like that because if you got a boat that big and it sits in your yard and you don't take it out, you waste the money with it. So this year that's coming up, make sure I'll be taking it out a whole lot, so y'all will be seeing us more
Yep.
on the boat this year, because just like I said, I got the necessary means to do more, but I slacked this year. But next year, when it start getting warm, or was it April, y'all gonna see us out a lot in the boat. So Backlash, HK2 Productions, and probably Paul Man's Bassin, y'all gonna see a whole new outlook on things this summer.
So,
I just pulled up the state records for North Carolina. Blue Cat is 127 and 1 ounce.
Wow.
Channel Cat is 26 and Flathead is 78 pounds and 14 ounces.
that's where Illinois has you beat on Blues and Channels.
Yep.
You know something?
The Blues and Flatheads, I mean, but the Flathead for Illinois is 81 pounds, state record. And for the Blues, 123, I believe.
The Blue Cat was caught in the Roanoke this year. The Channel Cat and Flathead were both caught in the Neuse River this year.
Wow.
Hello, Kelly. Bullock, how are you doing? I like
Hey,
you,
y'all know,
Kelly.
y'all know something? Let me do this. Let me do this real quick, y'all. Big Matt, Outdoors with Big Matt. I can't thank you enough for how you get behind people and push people, support people. Man, I tell you, I owe you a gratitude or thanks for myself. I really appreciate all that you do. You put everybody else before yourself, man. That's being a great man, and we really appreciate you for doing that, man. I
Well,
really appreciate it.
Big Matt, when he came up on my live, the first time he ran across my channel and he came up on panel, he was just 60 or 75 people hooked at him. And after that night, he was well over 100.
Ooh. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if y'all don't have his channel, y'all make sure you go show him some love, support him, do what you gotta do, give him thumbs up, comments. Y'all give it to him full blast.
Does anybody in chat have questions for either one of these two, especially Backlash and Birdnest?
Backlash and Birdnest.
But if anybody, I would be putting a video out with the rules and
That's cool,
stuff,
dude, Pool.
and it will have the rules and everything on there. And I will be taking names for the Channel Cat tournament. It will only be a Channel Cat, no blues, no flatheads, no bullheads, just a Channel Cat.
So, man, look like we're gonna be going to Edenton because I know it's a bunch of them over there, man, and you better bring your net because they're so big over there, man. You won't be able to pull them up with just your line.
Oh
No,
yeah,
you guys fish rivers or lakes?
mainly rivers.
Yeah.
I know. I already got you, J Dog, Tara, and JD. So,
Hey, Local Life Outdoors. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming in.
Local Life is a good person. He'll go over there and give you a good hook set. So, no, you said you use circle hooks for catfishing, right?
For me, yeah.
What brand and what type do you like to use?
I think it was the kind I just picked up yesterday. I think they was I got them for Walmart. So whatever that name brand Walmart is, um, I don't even remember. I just looked at the size of the hook and I grabbed them.
Oh, Eagle Claws.
It might have been Eagle Claws. Yes,
Was it
I'll
that
say
or the
Eagle
Mag?
Claws.
They have Mad Cat at Walmart here a lot.
Well, they was in a yellow package.
Oh, you talking about? I
I
know the
had
one
black
you're
writing
talking
on them.
about.
Yeah,
What's the name of
and I
that?
also I also have Eagle Claw too, but those right there was the ones that I got for the
Bottom
king
rig.
mackerel. Yeah,
Yeah, Team Catfish.
cause
Thank
they
you, Danny Stone.
And it's either Mad Cat, Team Catfish, or something. HK2
Right.
just went
Yellow.
live.
The ones in the yellow package are Team Catfish.
Something like that, yeah. I normally get 8 alt for mine.
So, do we have a anyone that can post Uncle Lou's tackle tackle shop on Facebook, please, for people in the chat? Or do we have a mod in here that can do that? All right.
Hey, Pontoon Jody, I ain't mean to wait so long to speak to you. How you doing this evening?
Hey, Kelly, are you able to pull up Uncle Lou's Facebook uh, store shop on shop and post it over here for me? Hey, Christina Dunnigan, how are you doing? Uncle Lou's Facebook bait shop page. The Uncle Lou's tackle page on Facebook. I can't think get it out right. I believe that's going to be a team there. So, do you fish in sunshine, rain, wind? Well, I didn't know you fish in wind, but what
Yeah, I,
is
I,
the type of
I
weather
fished
you
year
guys
round.
fish in?
I,
Thank
I,
you,
fi-
Mark.
I have fished. I have fished the year round. Summer, spring, winter, fall, snow, rain. I think one of the videos that I was crappie fishing in, it was snowing just as pretty, but it don't matter to me, man. I fish in the rain, anything. It don't matter.
Now, for those of you that are into catfishing and fishing, check out Uncle Lou's tackle shop on Facebook. He can get you the rods, the lines, the hooks, everything you need. And he's got some good Uncle Lou rods there. And you can contact him and talk to him, and he can let you know what he's got, what he can get, and stuff like that.
The only time I don't fish is when it's thundering and lightning.
Why not?
I value my life a little bit too much for that one.
Oh, because you don't want to have a lightning rod in your hand?
Not really.
I agree with
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, you about like me, Backlash. I won't. Anytime it's thunder and lightning, I won't go out. No matter how bad, I'll stay in the house. I won't do that one.
Yeah.
No, first time. What do you use Navionics or Google Earth to research the places that you're going to go fishing before you go, or wait till you get there and look it up on your phone?
Sometimes I'll use Google Earth to see how big the place is, and but most of the time I'll just go and I'll check it out. I'll walk to it first and I'll check it out to make sure it's not posted and I can fish there if it's safe. Because technology is good, but I'm a wanderer. Uh, I like to walk. So what I'll do, I'll go and I'll check it out first, check the place out, and then if it's feasible, I'll go back and fish.
So, what do you look for on the waters when you go fishing for both bass and cats?
Now for bass, I'll look at the vegetation. I'll look at the edges of the banks. I'll look and see if it's activity. If it's activity there, like smaller fish, bait fish that they can bite, I know there's some big ones in there, whether it be bass or catfish. Pretty much the same thing. But if I go to a place and I don't see no life to it, I won't fish there. It's no need because you probably won't catch nothing.
Trying to think of more questions because Chad ain't helping me right now. Normally, Chad's throwing out questions left and right.
Hmm.
Now I have fish places that look like the water was stagnated, and I have actually caught bass out of there, believe it or not. You know how you walk up to a place, you be like, you know, something ain't no life in this place at all,
Right.
and the water smells, and the water smells. I have actually caught a nice sized bass out of a pond like that, and he might have been the only thing in there living. So I was fooled on that one.
So, have you ever taken a stagnated pond like that and caught big catfish out of it?
I've caught a few. The only thing I know that can really live in something like that is a bowfin or either catfish. You're right. That's about the only thing I know that they can actually stand the test of time and stand in water like that. I could be wrong. You could correct me on that.
So, what do you look for on rivers when you guys go out to fish on rivers?
We
Yeah,
have a
that's
few
a.
places, our rivers pretty much like some of the main towns that allow fishing on the rivers from the bank
Mm-hmm.
have built fishing piers
Mm-hmm.
specifically for you to fish off of. So
I'm saying if you could fish from the bank without using the pier, what would you look for on the bank to fish for your targeted fish that you go after, both bass, crappie, and cats?
95% of the land around the rivers here is private or posted. So unless you're on a pier or have permission from a landowner, you can't get to a river unless you're on a boat.
Okay.
That's
That's the
true.
thing with North Carolina. Everything is private owned land, and which the state law says unless it's properly posted with a no trespassing, no hunting or fishing sign every 200 foot, then you can still go in there and fish unless the landowner says no.
Okay.
But a lot of the landowners will just call the game warden on you and not even talk to you.
Or the
So
police.
you can't even hardly get out there for any of our areas without a boat, or you go to a public fishing pier.
Hello, Tony Harrison, and welcome. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, a bell notification, and a thumbs up.
Hey,
So,
Tony.
so you
What's
can.
up, Tony?
Oh, so
That's
you
a
know
new name
Tony?
for me, too.
Yeah, me too, Tony. If you haven't checked us out, uh, check us out because somebody dropped the link for Tony so he can go and check us out. And what we'll do when we get off of here, we'll check you out.
I do have a mod that have been dropping your links out,
Yeah.
and they've
Beautiful.
been keeping up on it. So keep an eye out and chat for your backlash and first time fishing links to be dropped.
Yep.
And Tony, if you have a channel, go ahead and drop your link.
He
So
can't do it.
people
He's
can
not a
see.
mod.
Yeah, he's not a
Oh,
moderator.
okay,
So we'd
got
have
you.
to
Have a
pick
Sorry.
him
wrench.
up after he
You have to
subscribes.
have a wrench to be a mod.
Yeah, he had
Okay,
to support us, and then we pick him up.
okay, leave a comment so we'll know who you is, and I
Yep.
guarantee you we'll pick you up, man.
Or one of our mods would have to find him.
I go through.
They sub to one of the channels in the links, then the mod would be able to get him and bring him back up. Bring his link up. Yeah.
I go through every Sunday for my recent supporters, and the ones I'm not supporting back, I support back too. Try to watch a video and like it and send a comment, so I'll stick to them.
And don't forget the thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Oh yeah, get that too.
Yeah. Yep.
I did 30 minutes before you started the live feed, sir.
I did 3 in 30 minutes.
No, I meant I did your thumbs up before you started.
Yeah, me
For this
too.
I
one.
know. I was
Yep.
the first one to put a thumbs up on my own live.
I was second, and I was the first one to comment.
But when I do that, I have 3 windows
Oh,
open
Lord.
on the computer, and I watch them and I give them the thumbs up, and I watch them. I keep 2 on loop until I'm done with the first one. Then I go done with the first one. I go to the second one, watch it, then go to the third one.
J-Daw's trying to get in trouble again tonight.
That's normal for him.
You know something, Mr. Abbott? What I do, I go and watch 2 videos and make sure that I watch the whole video in entirety and make sure that thing sticks, you know?
Right. I watched the whole video.
Yeah, I watch the
I
whole
watch it
video.
from
I
beginning
do
to
that.
end, and I do the thumbs up and leave a heartfelt comment for the video.
Yeah, yes, sir. I do the same
Just
thing.
because I have 3 windows open of videos, I have them all queued to start when I get into it. And, I watched a video of Terry catching the fish that disproves your statement. The guy netting the fish was slow and sloppy, so never saw his face. Just saying. Wow.
He said he told he said Terry can do anything with the boat
Boats, but catch a fish.
but catch a fish. So
You're
yeah.
way behind on that one.
Jody
Oh, my
said that
goodness.
he was gonna wake up with a black eye.
You're way behind in chat.
Yeah.
So, how long we even been live? Oh wow, we only been live an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes.
First time tomorrow, I got to run over to Maven, pick up some one set of concrete cylinders, break those down at the office. I'll be done. So
Well,
if it ain't raining tomorrow afternoon, we'll go fish.
Huh?
Sounds good, man. Yeah, well, I got people coming over tomorrow to
Look at the house.
I can't be too far away because
Yeah.
they're coming first thing in the morning and they're gonna get started on some stuff.
Well, I'm gonna go first thing in the morning to go get the stuff. It'll probably be lunchtime or a little after.
Okay. Don't know how long them guys gonna
Yeah.
be. Yeah. So
We'll see.
I'll give you a call. I'll give you a call and let you know what's going on. But as of right now,
Yeah.
I'll be in exposed stuff. Yeah.
I was thinking about the airport honey hole.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sounds good. It might
So-
be in the evening that I'll be able to do anything.
Well, even with that one, a little bit of rain will help that hole out tremendously.
Every hole around here.
First time fishing has watched his videos. First time.
It was who? No, what was that?
J Dog is wondering if you ever have you watched his videos.
Yeah, I'll watch some, and I'll watch some tonight when I get off. I always do that anyway.
Did
So
you see the
nighttime is
video of his wife Tara catching that 70-pound blue?
no, I didn't. But guess what? I'll go check it out. I'll make
Yep.
sure. I sure will.
That is a whale.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure I check it out, and I'll
If
comment and
anybody
let
has
you know
not
I've
seen
been there.
that video, can I get a mod to post that J Dog's channel so everybody can go over there and watch that video?
Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
Rob Fox just subscribed to a channel.
He's talking about me.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you,
good.
Rob
He can pick up us. We're both fishermen.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to learn how to backlash and bird nest and win not riding reels, and you got the perfect one with backlash.
It's good entertainment.
I know. I just couldn't resist. You walked into that one.
I can't swear I'll teach you the right way, but I'll teach you a way, and it normally works.
A way to bird nest and backlash and win not lines.
I've caught more fish trying to get backlashes out than I have not doing it. By the time I get the backlash out, there's a fish on it.
Now, first time fishing. What was the worst backlash that you seen backlash do? How bad was it?
The one in the boat where he couldn't wind the reel in. That was the one that was on the what reel was that? The one with the white bait cast on it? Yeah, there it go, right there.
I still ain't got the
Couldn't
line
even
out of
wind
the
the
reel.
handle.
I still ain't got
He
the
couldn't
line
even
out of the
wind the
handle.
handle.
Now, have you ever seen him have a backlash or bird nest so bad that it was hanging out of the reel and hanging down on the ground?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one right there. Yeah. He couldn't
It
wind
wrapped around
the
the drag star.
he couldn't wind the handle to get the loose line in. He couldn't get it to come in. Yeah.
J Dog wants to know
Oh
if
yeah.
first time fishing would like to be in one of his funny videos.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I want to see it.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get it to you.
Yeah, okay. Oh, definitely.
J Dog, if you do that video, send it to me and I'll forward over to first time fishing on Facebook.
He's the one that did the 3 for me last Sunday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I made a target of you.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Oh, you seen him?
Yeah. Oh, I sure
I had to show him.
Yeah, it was awesome. He did good with that.
Yep, I even sent him to Lee Evans.
Now, what kind of rigs and hookup setups do you use for crappie fishing? Do you use a single jig, a double jig rig, weighted bobber, or what?
I'm being too loud. Sorry.
Was it me or backlash?
You.
Me?
First time.
I have a whole plastic case of every kind of bait for crappie that you can name. I have a bag that's probably about 10 pounds with just crappie stuff in it. So I go anywhere from jig heads to everything. And I just got so much stuff. I actually got too much stuff and I need to do a giveaway. Speaking of which, when I get to 500, I am doing a giveaway because I just got too much stuff. Most of it is new, never been used. So I want to bless somebody with it. So I get to 500. I'm definitely doing my first giveaway.
I have 2 backpacks full of crappie gear that I use. Jigs.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna get off here, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, you leaving us already, Backlash?
Yeah, wife's trying to go to sleep and she's saying I'm being too loud. So I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Mostly everything,
Let me see. How do I
mostly
leave
everything in that bag is pretty much for Crappie.
Well, you remember those backpacks that they carry school books in?
Yes, sir.
Those big ones like that? I
Yes,
got
sir.
2 of them completely loaded and full and packed and jammed tight. Nothing else can fit in them.
I have the one that I always carry with me that y'all see in my videos. I have to sew that together every night because it's so heavy. I'm supposed to pick it up with both handles, with both backpack handles. I pick it up
Wait,
with
that
one, and it goes to ripping. Yeah,
I
so I
got
have to constantly sew it together.
all my backpacks. I have 2 backpacks for bass, 2 for crappie, and 1 for catfish.
Wow.
So I don't have to carry them. I just put them on my back and put the backpacks on my back and carry them.
Yes,
I
sir.
Yeah, he got timed out by his own wife, Pontoon. I carry so my hands only carry the rods, the bait bucket, and the net. I carry my fillet knife on my belt loop. I carry my pliers on my belt loop with a cord attached to it, so if I drop them, they just hang there. So I'm good. I'm good to go.
Mr. Abbott, what I do is during the winter time when the weather is bad and it's too bad out there to fish, I like to go and collect stuff. So what I do, I have 3 stores here that I can go to that's close within 10 minutes of me. That's the boat marina, uh Dick's Sporting Goods, and Academy Sports. And I could be to either one of those in 10 minutes. So during the winter, while everybody else is Christmas shopping and, staying warm and cozy in the house, I'm out fishing. If I'm not out fishing, I'm somewhere buying some kind of baits or something. So when it comes to fishing, I'm not comfortable. I'm not still. I'm not at that place where I feel comfortable to sit still because new stuff always coming out. You got new ideas, new inventions
Oh,
every
trust
day.
me, I've got so much gear in a 7x7x7 storage shed and tackle in there as well. My family look in there and ask me why do I have to go to a bait shop to buy more.
See, they don't understand that. My
I
wife
got
do the same thing.
I got a pile of rods in there. I got coolers. I got tackle boxes. I've got tarps. I got tables. I got everything for camping and fishing that I could be out there for a month.
So far, I have bought a tent that I can pretty much drive my car in and sleeps 8 people, 4 on each end. As far as camping, because I like to camp out too. But I have 4 places in my barn that I have my reels on the barn because I don't like keep them laying them around because they get broken real easy. So Backlash looked at my barn. He said, "Man, what are you doing with so many reels?" I said, "I've been collecting reels since I was about 13 or 14 years old. So I have a Daiwa. I have a Daiwa reel that's actually just as old as I am."
Who is Joe Dog? Or is that J Dog we're talking about?
J Dog.
Between Punchy and Jody and J Dog, they're talking about someone called Joe Dog. Hey, Mike Fishing Home, how you doing? Oh, now they're playing tag and chat. So, out of your experiences in fishing, what could you share with a beginner in fishing?
A beginner in fishing. Well, the first thing what I would do is I wouldn't buy nothing that's too small. I wouldn't buy nothing that's too big. I would go with a medium heavy, whether it be a bait caster or open face reel. But what I would do, I would get experience with the open face reel first. And I would probably get like a 2 ounce sinker to put on it. I know a lot of people have their preference about braid and monofilament. I have used monofilament coming up, and I was glad when they came up with braid that you could put on the reel. Because I used to use that stuff on a fishing pole called peanut line. They used to use that to sew the peanut bags together with, and no matter what, that line wouldn't break. And I used to start fishing with that. That's where I started from. That was you can say that that right there was a big size of braid because it's twisted and everything the same way. But I would buy a medium heavy rod. I would go with braid or either monofilament on it, 20, 15, 20, 30 pounds, you know. And what I would do, I would get in the yard and practice with it because if you are a first time user, it's going to take some practice. And the best place to practice at is in your home. So when you feel comfortable enough and you feel safe enough with the hooks and stuff, you go online, go to YouTube. They'll pretty much show you everything. Tie your hooks on, whether you use natural bait or artificial. YouTube can show you everything it is about fishing. Instead of me trying to tell you, you can actually see it for yourself. And then you can design it however you want and go to a place and just put it out there. Try your best.
So, how long have you been into YouTube?
In
When did you
YouTube,
actually start?
oh Lord, I think it was 2019, I want to say, and it was read about, it was during December, actually about 2 years ago. And just like I said, the guy named HK2 Productions, Bobby Holloway, he was the one that actually got me to actually start doing YouTube videos because at first I told him I didn't want to do it, you know. But I'm glad I did, man, because without y'all and without him, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm not only just doing this just to be doing this. I'm doing this one day to actually make it a profession, you know, to try to get as high as I can, as big as I can, grow, uh be exposed to more stuff which I can show it on YouTube, brighten my knowledge and experience. And if I can pass something on, I'll be more than glad to do that. One thing about me, Mr. Avid, I'm a hands-on person. You can give me all the books and everything to read all you want. I like to get my hands on it. When I get my hands on it, I can understand it better. So by me getting my hands on this, being exposed to this, I can share it now because I know I have done it first. So I can share it with experience.
Okay. So, what are your goals for this coming year for your channel?
I'm glad you asked. This year, I'm going to be taking the boat out more. So we're not only going to be fishing for bass, we're going to be fishing for pretty much for everything in the water. If it'll bite, we're going to try to hook it, bring it in, make a video with it, maybe release it. It
All
depends.
right, Jody. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead with that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay. This year, I'm going to be taking my boat out more. Um, I'm gonna be fishing for whatever bites, and if it'll bite and I can catch it and I can bring it in and make a YouTube video with it, that's what I'll be doing. So I limited myself this year because of the bass fishing and the hanging out, the fellowshipping, which is good and everything. But this year I'm bringing my boat out, and so I'm gonna be going out there for anything that bites. I don't care how small or how big it is. I'm gonna be using that.
Now, do you ever do videos of you bait fishing for catfish bait?
I can't say I have. I haven't done that maybe since last year. Uh, and see, a whole lot of videos that I have done, I have fished in more places than which I have seen. Uh, I fished in Edenton, North Carolina, before I started doing YouTube videos, and it's been nights. I use a popper at night on Edenton Bridge. I have caught 15, 20 stripers in less than an hour. So it's video content that I never actually recorded to put on YouTube. So I said this year, everything I do is gonna be on YouTube. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show my experiences.
Now you eat stripers, right? Or do you use them for bait?
What now?
Do you use stripers for bait, or do you use them for table fare?
Uh, Table. I have never used any kind of striper for bait. Because he is a game fish. So I mostly respect game fish. I won't destroy them. But if it's something like a brim or a perch or something like that, I have done that. But most of the game fish, and I know they game fish, I'll release them unharmed.
Now, what do you have size limits for your catfish where you fish, or do you have a choice of which you can catch or a catch limit?
Well, I think that the catch limit here is mostly your game fish. Uh, Anything else, I don't think it's really no regulations to it, but the game fish, yeah, it's mostly regulations to them. So catch and release.
Okay, so you don't have a bag limit of catfish that you can catch, or bluegills, or crappie, or anything.
Not here. No.
So it's uh, so it's however many you decide to keep, you can keep of those three, right?
You can keep, yes, sir, yes, sir. Except for your game fish. They kind of funny on how can you say it? Spanish mackerel, your rockfish. I don't know too much about your bass fish, stuff like that, but they got certain ones that you can keep that's not no limit to it. And then you got the ones that has a limit. You had to be well respected of that. Keep yourself out of trouble and keep yourself from going to court, costing a lot of fines. So just
So
like I said, I always make sure I check out the specs of what you can catch, the size, how many. I always make sure I keep myself aware of that.
so is crappie considered a game fish or not?
Now here, there's no limit on them, but there is a size on them. I'm pretty sure, and I think it is a size on them. But as far as the limit, no, I've seen people walk out from the place where I have fished at them 50, 75 on a string. It's no limit on them.
Yeah, Danny Stone says they're trying to put slot limits on catfish in Missouri.
That's crazy. See, we don't have that here. Your common fish like that, your catfish, your bowfin, your gar, stuff like that. Now, the only thing they are very hard on here is sturgeon because in Roanoke River is full of sturgeon. I mean, them things, man, some of them things is just about as big as a house.
Yeah,
I
you got
think
some.
about, we say?
I said you got some submarines up there for sturgeon.
Yes, sir. And Roanoke River is no more than 30 minutes away from me. And about 10 years ago, right down there in Roanoke River in Winston, a 13-year-old boy caught one that was over 20 pounds on cut bait.
Well, they do eat fresh bait and cut bait, so
Yes, sir, they do. It was so ugly to him, it actually scared him because he never seen a sturgeon before.
Danny Stone says, don't say sturgeon. We have a person in the catfish community that says he caught a sturgeon, and they become a running joke about it.
And those are some ugly fish to me, man. So if I ever caught my first one, it probably would start on me because I never caught that one before. Only seen them on YouTube. But between seeing them on something like YouTube and actually catching one is two different stories.
No, I'm not mentioning no names, Mike. But he caught one on Uncle Lou's rod that's 222 pounds.
Woo! Yeah, they get huge.
But we have a guy also in the catfish community called Snake Rivers Catfishing, and he's caught some monster sturgeons. That's well over
Ooh.
16 feet.
I think that's the thing that they make caviar out of. They use the eggs because the eggs are
Yeah,
completely black.
there's certain sturgeon that you use the eggs for caviar.
Yes, sir.
Hello, JP3. So yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Sarah. There won't be no more sturgeon talk. So,
Okay.
have you ever caught a flathead?
Yes, I've caught cat, flathead, china cat, blue cat. Yes, I have.
So, what is your personal best on a flathead?
On the flathead, no more than about 10 or 12 pounds. He wasn't that big. I think I caught him on worm, actually.
Carmel Muncie, welcome.
On worm, just plain fishing worms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you ever tried catching a flathead off bluegills, live bluegills, or cut bluegill?
No, I haven't.
JP3 says, Tara, nice fish. You need a net man that is on the game more. Well, have you ever hooked? I mean, I know you hooked into a big cat, but how much line have you had on your reels when it started spooling it?
Now, usually when I go for catfish, I have my big bay rods. I have had one to actually spool me off.
And you wasn't able to land him?
I have had a red drum near Moorhead to actually spool me off. That he had the spool smoking. He actually had the gears smoking in the spool, and I couldn't do nothing with him. And that was on my big. That was on one of my big bay rods, and I was using 65-pound braid.
And you had to drag tighten down?
No, when you got something that big on a rod, if he don't get to the point that he start weakening himself when he pulling away from you, ain't nothing you can do but hold the rod and listen at the line pop. You can't tighten down on him. Now that was a red drum that did that on 65-pound braid.
Oh, that's a drum. That wasn't a flathead?
No, that
Oh,
was a
yeah.
red drum.
Wow.
I think you were maybe 80 or 90 pounds, and I couldn't even do nothing with him. I mean, I couldn't even turn him around. I tried. And I was using the big bait rod, so I had over 220 pounds of line, and he took every bit of it off.
Mike's fishing. Tara is now called the Queen of the Blues. So that's Tara's new nickname, Queen of the Blues. Her and Miss Betty is the Queen of the Blues. So, what else would you have to share with us about your fishing adventures?
Uh, just like I said, this December is going into my second year of YouTube videos. I just wish that I had been recording more since I'm into it now. I wish I had recorded more of my adventures because y'all would have really seen some things. Especially the the biggest striped bass I caught were over 56 inches, and I caught him using cut crab, fishing off a bridge in Chakawindy. And if you step off the 3 foot high rise concrete on the side of the bridge, you will be right into traffic. So I'm trying to fight this huge striped bass and bagging in the street. And the guys kept telling me, get out the street, get out the street. And I did get him to the point that I got him up to see what it was, but he broke the hook. So.
Oh, wow.
I know, and I wasn't recording. He was over 56. I guess he was maybe over 56 inches. Because right at you got the bridge. Then you got this piece that the pipe sits on top of the bridge. From that pipe to where you standing at on the bridge is 53 inches. So he was past that when I got him up on the outside of the bridge. His tail was past that. We never saw his tail. So he was over 56 inches long.
Wow.
Yeah. I've hooked up some huge monsters, man. I just wish I had something to tell the tale.
Now, do you ever wish that you had caught that on video?
I do. I had a flip cell phone. So you know you ain't gonna do much with no flip cell phone.
I understand your point.
Yeah. So
I said a lot right there because those flip phones are good for taking cheesy, crappy pictures.
Oh Lord, man! Even if I had a ticket,
better.
You're right. It was dark out there because it was at night, so you probably still wouldn't have seen it no way.
Even with that little light that's on those cheap flip phones, it wouldn't be worth it.
It just wouldn't get it. Nope.
Later, Mike. You be safe out there. So, have you ever thought of adding some cooking videos to your channel or some outdoor adventure videos?
You know something,
fishing.
Since I've been seeing y'all videos, man, Mr. Abbott, y'all guys got some great videos, man. So I would love to do a catch, clean, and cook, but you know, YouTube is kind of funny over that stuff now.
Well,
so
you can do the catch, but you can't clean it on video, but you can cook it on video.
I could do that. I will do that because I am a cook. I have learned how to.
What I understand by YouTube, a lot of people are having fits about the kill shots, showing the guts and stuff like that.
And the gore and stuff, yes, sir.
Right, but if you can catch it, you can clean it off camera, and you come back and show them how you cook it.
Okay, I can do that because as well as I like to fish, I like to cook seafood. I like to cook nothing but seafood. That's my thing.
Right.
So yes, I am definitely gonna be doing that this year. So y'all be looking for it.
Well, I had a friend of mine that came down from up north, and he gave me a salmon fillet, and he had stopped by a friend that had come from the coast, and he also brought me down some jumbo shrimp. So I got some big old salmon fillet and some shrimp that I vacuum sealed and put in the freezer. Because I want to get some more ingredients I want to get for doing a gumbo.
Oh boy.
J-Dog wants to know if first time catfishing, can you teach his wife Tara how to cook?
I'm just looking at this, and he gonna get me in some serious trouble for this one.
No, he's getting himself in trouble.
Yeah, you're right, and me too, because he gonna pull me in there with him. I tell you like this, J-Dog. You know something? I really don't know how to answer that, but I don't like getting on people's bad side. So I think you might want to get in there and practice yourself and teach her because I'm not gonna fall for that one.
Well, Terry already stepped up and says, "You know what I got to say about that, Jason?"
Yeah, you're not gonna get me in trouble. You're not gonna get me in trouble with that.
But
J-Dog, you ain't gonna get me in trouble with that one.
he's burying himself on that one.
Yeah, yes he is. Oh boy.
Jared's cooking skills is I need a number 9 with a Coke Zero.
Oh my goodness, man. You better stop that mess.
Oh,
Hey J
hello,
Dog, do you have a
Mr. Ace Vaz. How you doing?
J Dog, if you have a dog house, you might want to tell that dog to move over tonight. Man, you really getting in some trouble. Oh my goodness.
All right. Danny Stone says there was a guy working for YouTube that didn't like Catch, Clean, and Cooks. He's going through people's channels, demonetizing them. He got caught and got fired.
Uh-huh.
Buck Williams is saying, J Dog, that hole you're digging is getting deeper and deeper.
It sure is. I
I'm
know it
just
is.
wondering if he hits the center of the earth yet. Or is he calling for backup to help him?
Ooh. But see, now you see what I mean, Mr. Abbott? You got to really be careful with YouTube now, man, because the stuff that they would allow before, all of a sudden now they crack it down on it. So I'm thinking there's been enough people that actually been criticizing it, putting it down, and it's got the right attention of somebody, and now they are working against that. So
Well, like Danny Stone said, there was one guy that was going through that didn't like the Catch and Clean and Cooks or the hunting videos, and he was demonetizing them and all that when he
yeah, I've
shouldn't
heard the
have
story
done
about that.
it. And they finally found out who it was, and they finally got rid of him.
Yeah, but you know something though, damage has been done, and you know
I'm
something,
I'm sure
it's still a scary situation.
I'm sure YouTube is making it right
Yeah,
because they have
but
to
it's
make.
still
They can't let someone just go through there and demonetize them and not have to make it right with the people that had their channels damaged.
yeah. But just like I said, I'm pretty sure that it is it's still a bad situation because now it's out there. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I just hope they don't do that again because it damages a lot of people and their
It takes
and
away
progress of
from a
things.
lot of some people's content.
There you go. There you go. And once a wound is open, once you put salt in that wound, it takes it longer to heal. You know what I'm saying?
But like the fishing channels, a lot of people learn from how other people play fish, and they want to see how they do it. But
Yup.
it takes a chance of getting demonetized for doing it.
There you go. So, you know, I don't have no videos that's copyrighted as far as using people's music, no kill shots of shooting animals and stuff like that. I'm glad because I wanted to do that, Mr. Abbott. I wanted to get started in that because, you know, it's part of making your horizon bigger. But
Right.
I'm kind of glad I didn't in the same sense because now I don't have to worry about them coming at me about something that I did. So
J Dog
I'm,
wants to
I,
know if you do the J Dog challenge.
what is that?
Eating a live shad.
Eating a live shad.
Uh huh.
The big one or the little one?
Either one.
Yeah. I might could do the little one because I've eaten raw sushi. I love sardines, scallops, stuff like that. I eat the bad things, but I don't know if I could do that shad thing. That would be horrible. Have he done that?
He's done it on these lives. He's done on a lot of people's lives.
I don't
He's
know if I could
taking
do
the
that
bite
one.
out of the cat, and he's Trust me, it'll make your stomach curl.
Woo. That's kind of like eating that thing out of the water. What do you call that thing with all them thorns and what you call that thing? Oh
A
Lord have
puffer,
mercy. I don't know, sir.
a puffer fish.
No, it's some kind of it's which I can't think of the name of that thing. It's black and it's got all these long thorns on it.
Oh, you're talking about a pica-
What now?
either urchin or a picasmus.
They say you have to really have an acquired taste for urchin. So if you can eat an urchin, and I think that's about the worst thing out of the world to eat out of the water, then you can pretty much stomach anything. No, I don't think I could do that, shad.
Trust me, you don't want to do it.
No, that's a nasty rascal, man. I mean, I hate to even think about what he
The
eats.
slime on it alone is a nasty taste.
It's bad enough. That's right.
And no
And he
matter how much,
stinks.
you better have two bottles of mouthwash to get rid of that taste out of your mouth.
Cause you're gonna have that for a minute. Especially if you bite him, you eating what he eats. So ain't no telling what they eat, man.
Hi, Becca, my tramp. How you doing? Can I get my mod to share out first time catfishing adventures link? Let's get him up and growing. Get him shared out.
I appreciate you guys so much, man. I appreciate you, Mr. Abbott, for even allowing me to come up here with you, man. I can't give you a gratitude or thanks enough. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. This is what I do. I look for new channels and I try to bring them in and get them out here in the catfish community, get them known, get them grown so they can get the supporters and get the help for, like, if you have questions about StreamYard, going live, Streamlab, or whatever, like Catfish and Crappie, he's good with that. We have
Yes,
other
sir.
people that can help you out with those kind of questions.
Yes, sir. And what I'm gonna do this year, since you kind of opened me up about this, I'm gonna be doing more catfish videos this year. The catfish here seem like they bite better at night, so I got time to get my stuff ready, my lights and my setups and stuff like that. So I am gonna be doing catfish videos. I need to. I need to do more than just bass videos.
And
So
are
I
you
will.
on Facebook as well?
Yes, I am. I haven't been active on Facebook in over 6 months, but because you wanted me to get in touch with you, I sent you a friend request. You answered it. So now I am officially back active on Facebook.
No. You can contact Catfish and Crappie on Facebook. He's
Okay.
also on there as well.
Yes,
And
sir.
you can go over and sub to his channel and book set him over there.
I would definitely do that.
He does lives on Monday night after Catfish Weekly.
Is he up here tonight?
The Bullock Experience on Tuesday night with Muskrat Adventures on Tuesday night.
Is
Wednesday,
he up here?
huh?
Is he up here? Is he up here on the live tonight?
Yeah, he's in chat in here.
Hey, send me a friend request on Facebook, and I guarantee you, I will get back with you on that.
Well,
So I know who you
you don't know
is.
your name on Facebook, so I can forward it to him if you want me to.
Yes, sir. Cause I'm not too familiar with all this stuff about going live and really Facebook and stuff like that. So if y'all would help me out, I'll make sure I get to that point that I'll get that taken care of.
Okay. I hate Facebook. I love it, but I hate it.
I know, man. I tell you.
Welcome, J&S Outdoors. He says he got you first time adventures.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I just saw that come up, and I would take care of you when I get off of here. I would definitely get back with you on that. I appreciate you guys so much, man. I tell you, I really owe you guys a gratitude or thanks, man. I mean, this is a big help. I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate it.
Where'd you go? Trent, there he is. Talking to you and sending a link. There. That's done. Now you can tell him. So you can go through my Facebook, through my friends list and find him, Catfish and Crappie, and click on his picture and I should bring it up and you can go over and send him a friend's request.
Okay.
But he's also a good one for helping with technical issues and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, do you have any final thoughts?
You know something, Mr. Abbott? Just like I said, I want to owe you a gratitude or thanks again for having me up here, man. I really appreciate you. I appreciate all the guys out here, man, and I appreciate you guys for what y'all doing. You know, iron sharp as iron. Help helps help. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough. Y'all keep pushing because I see now that it is help for the little channels, and I really appreciate you guys and what you're doing and stuff like that, man. I tell you, because we really need it. Because you get to that place, you can't get nowhere else. Feel like you're trapped. And just like Backlight Fisherman told you, man, I was ready to just close my account, man, because I was struggling. I'm steady putting stuff out there, and I couldn't get nowhere. So, y'all, if you work together, it can happen not only for me, but for everybody. You know, if we work together and work this thing, it'll work. You see, it works. The system works.
It just needs that one open door to help the younger channels get out there, get known, and to be known. And yes, I like being in the catfish community and the fishing community, but I also like getting new people known out there to where they can be seen, put a face
Yes,
to the
sir.
name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all I've been doing since uh, when I first started doing this. I was doing videos, fishing videos. I'm gonna get back into them because I haven't done them in a while.
Yes, sir.
I've been doing a lot of live streams with guests and all that, which I love doing. And I've done some cooking videos. I'm gonna get back into doing that some more. I'm gonna do some more reviews of the tackle I carry in my truck and why. And I started doing that, and I got a lot of tackle in my truck. Oh, my pickup, you'd be amazed at how I don't have no room for anything else in the bed of my truck. No room whatsoever.
Wow.
It's all cat. It's everything for catfishing.
I understand. Cause
It's
backlash fisherman truck, his is for bass. I mean, you can walk to the back of his boat, and the only thing you see is fishing lures and stuff.
I got rods for every species of fish I want to catch fish for.
Wow, that's awesome.
The tackle boxes, I got the backpacks. Actually, they're all backpacks, but I can do crappies all day long, catfish all day long, and bass fish all day long. And I got a throw net to catch the shad and the big fish that I need for catfishing.
Yes, sir.
And I have no problem doing it.
Wow.
I know I'm legal in doing it. Now, are you legal in North Carolina, do you use a cast net, or do you? Are you not?
Uh, we can use cast nets as long as we're not using cast nets to actually fish and catch fish. But as you catching bait fish, stuff like that, it's no problem.
But you do throw back the game fish after you that's in the net.
Yes, sir, I do because that's cheating. I don't like catching them that way. No way.
No, I don't like catching them that way either. But
No, sir.
just like I said, people in this are getting to know you, and that's how they do it. So
Yes, sir.
they know
I
the
put
type
it.
of.
I put it to you this way. I'll live by the rules, and I'll abide by the rules. So if the game warden was to happen to walk up on me, he wouldn't catch me. He wouldn't catch me in wrongdoing.
Well, a lot of places I know around here, the game warden knows me, and they don't even walk up to me anymore and ask me for my fishing license.
Me neither.
They just look at me. You're good. They just walk up and ask what I caught, and I show them, and I'm like, okay. They look at my live on the bed of my truck and like, oh, bluegill, shad, skipjack, moon eye,
Yep.
couple suckers.
Yes, sir. That's called gaining the interest of your fellow man. Anytime
Oh,
he'll sit there and look at you and he'll nod or wave at you and tell you have a good
they
day,
don't even
you know
they
you
don't
got
even
his
ask
respect.
me what they're in there for because they know they're going to go after big cats with them.
Yep. Yeah, that's called getting respect. And I like to be that way.
I just I know them because I help them out and they help me out. So with that being said, and it was a pleasure and an honor to have you up here. I'm sorry you had to walk into backlash. He just jumped in on your link.
I know, man. That's okay. I kind of asked him to come
Oh, okay, no
because
problem.
I don't like leaving him out because he shouts me out. He puts me out there, so that's why I told him come on because he's a good guy. I'm glad I ran across him.
Well, he told me that you asked him to come up here,
Yeah, I did.
which I didn't have a problem with it. But this on Sunday nights, it's normally not a live, an open panel. It's normally one-on-one chats with me and the guests I have on.
Yes,
But I
sir.
can understand that you wanted him up here, so I did not have a problem with that.
Yes, sir.
But I do like to poke fun at him because he says he does it for fun. But I started to drill him for questions before you popped in.
Yes, sir.
But you popped him. You popped in at the right time to save him
Yes, sir. I'm glad I did.
because I was gonna drill him for questions like I always not really drill him. I was just gonna ask him the same questions that I asked you.
Yes.
But it's been fun. I'm glad you're able to do this, and can't wait to see what you have coming up in the future.
Yes, sir. I'm going to put more stuff out there. I'm gonna put better stuff out there. And Mr. Abbott, if you ever need me to come on and talk with you again later, if it's something that I have learned, I don't mind sharing it.
Uh, we'll see about getting you back up on there again because I'm going to try to get some more people on here. And when I hit 1,000, I might do an open mic for all the people I've had on my live.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what I'm going to do yet until I get closer to 1K. I know when I do hit 1K, it'll probably be a giveaway. So
Yes, sir.
I'm still
That's
trying to figure out how I'm going to do my life at 1K.
yes, sir. That's why I'm trying to get to 500 because man, I have bought so much stuff and I have accumulated so much stuff that I don't even see myself using it. So it's no need for it to sit around here when I could be a blessing and bless somebody else with it.
Well, another thing is, as I learned, you can do tackle reviews, rod reviews, your rods, your reviews on your rods, your reels, your line, your tackle, your rigs that you use, and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. That's what I need to
How you
do.
use them. there's always a reviews or something that you can use
Yes, sir.
that you can make a video of.
Yes, sir. I will.
And if you find something that ain't good, say so. Let them know why you think you feel that way. Go in a little bit of detail about the ride, the reels, and stuff of what you found that you don't like. The pros and cons of each. The pros and cons of each.
Okay, I sure will.
I'm just trying to help you out with a few ideas,
And I can use them.
especially with your rod holders that you have that you use for the that you use on the bank. And do reviews on them and show them off, and you can say the plus and minuses of them.
Yes,
What
sir.
things you be good.
I sure will.
Well, all right.
I appreciate the advice, Mr. Abbott. I really do, man. And I have taken it into consideration.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Well, everybody, say good night, and we'll see you tomorrow night at Catfish Weekly at 8 o'clock Central Time. And following that will be Catfish and Crappie at 8, 8 or 9. I forget. But then it'll be Tuesday night with Kelly Bullock and Muskrat Adventures. Wednesday be Patriot Catfisherman of America. Thursday would be the Bait Shop. And right after the Bait Shop, it'd be Panfish Nation with Lyle and Mark. And Friday will be Two Stands Fishing. And I think Saturday is open, and Sunday will be Palmetto Cats if he goes live. And right after Palmetto Cats will be me. So, good night, tight lines, and sweet dreams.
Good night, everybody.